my Moon and Stars binder. And in this binder are cards that have not only moons, but stars, or maybe just moons or stars. What is up, Cosmic Crew? I hope you are having a wonderful day today, and I am so excited to finally share with you guys an update on my Moon and Stars binder. But not only are we gonna go through it, we're also gonna be opening up packs to see if we can add more to it. So I have an assortment of goodies with me that we are going to open today. I don't have a particular order. It's all going to be pretty, chill, if you would say, and calm. Unless I get a really good pull, then it might not be calm anymore. But I have some perfect order, two perfect order. I have a Mega Evolutions, Surging Sparks, but wait, there's more. I also have a booster bundle of Fantasmal Flames, a poster collection of Prismatic Evolutions, which I'm very excited to open, a 2-pack, and these might be my favorites. We got Battle Styles and we have Brilliant Stars. Now, is there a script to how this is gonna kind of go? No, there is not. I am just gonna start opening packs, and then I will show you guys some of my binder. We'll open up some more packs. I'll see if I can add any to the binder, see if I can actually fill out this binder to the very end. Every page, every slot filled. I'm looking forward to doing this. All right, we have that Mantine. Oh, the little Miltank. So we need to be on the lookout for any cards that might have moons or stars or a combination of both, because there are cards that do that, and I did not know that until I started this collection. All right, we got a Gimme Ghoul, an Abra with a moon. It is already in the binder, I promise. And a Xerneas. I tried to see if there were any moon and stars in that one, and sadly there are not. All right, let's jump into some perfect order and see if we can kind of get something going here. I want to really be able to add something to the binder. If I'm not sure if it's in the binder, I'll put it off to the side. Also going to do that with any really good pulls we get. But we have an Amora. We have, I'm going to just go this way. We have that Meow Stick, a Drapion, Reverse Hollow Hippowdon, Jacint, and a Mega Skarmory EX. Whew, how cute is that? And fear not, I have the sleeves. So I am remembering to keep these on my desk so I can sleeve things up and not go looking for them while everybody is waiting. There we go, gonna put that right up there. I'm gonna probably put the stars and moons. If you can hear Evie, she just got a new toy yesterday. Squeaker's still in it, and so she is making noise. If she comes in here, if you have dogs, I will apologize because it might set them off a little bit, and I apologize. So, just a warning for you animal lovers, there is a possibility. All right, we have that Spinarak, a Rattata, we have Rosa's Encouragement, a Vivian, a Superior, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say suddenly, we have a Salandit, and a Landorus. There's that code card once again. As always, we're always on the lookout for shiny energies too, because we love those. And we have booster pack of Surging Sparks. Oh my goodness. I do love Surging Sparks. I know it's so silly, but that Pikachu, please, I love it so much. All right, get this open. And we have a Phoebus, that Crocolore, Tandemaus, Counter Gain. We have that Reverse Tandemaus, Victini, and a Chien-Pao. There you go. That's just a regular energy. Nothing special there. Well, it is special. You kind of need those if you play the TCG. And if you do play the TCG, let me know. Do you play a specific meta, or did you create your own? All right, I'm gonna move this off to the side. I'm gonna kind of back out on my camera like so, and I'm gonna show you guys the Moon and Stars binder. Now, things have been reorganized in this binder multiple times by yours truly, but the way I have it set up at the moment, this is possibility. There's always a possibility for a change, but right now I have the moon on one side, stars on the other, and then for those cards that have a combination of the moon with stars, those go down the middle. So you'll kind of notice this as I go through. It's all the pages is in that exact same order. I'm gonna close that so there's not as much glare. Oh no, that's from my, never mind. There we go. I was like, no, wait, that's from my light. Look at that. Okay, so again, we start with the moon and stars, then stars. It made sense in my brain. I don't know, I know I need to do it again, but weirdly enough, there are a lot of cards that have just a moon or just stars, but not enough that have the moon and the stars. Now, of course, I have my favorites in here, obviously. I have my Flareon in here. which is only stars, and I love that. All right, there we go. Is this one that I opened? Nope, I slide it out. Okay, there we go. And then we'll open and we'll pull out our 6-packs. I'm gonna put that right over there. And let's start with Fantasmal Flames. This is a good set. I think we are still missing just a couple. And for those of you that don't know, me and my husband are trying to complete an entire library and fill it with one English Pokemon card from every single set that has ever been released. We're going from base set all the way to the current era. So I'm really excited, and I know this is gonna be like a lifelong journey. This is gonna be so fun. It's just a thing for us to do. All right, we got that Wigglytuff, a Mamoswine. We got a Reverse Lombre, Seal, and a Palma. Cute. All right, going into the second pack. Let's see what we are going to get. One moment. All right, here we go. We have a Dugong. We got a Ghastly, a Mimikyu, a Aipom, Bronzong, Darmanitan, Paldeantaurus. So cute. We have a Reverse Toxel, Sacred Charm, and a Reshiram. Little Reshi. We love it. We love it. We love it. Going into our third pack with the Charizard Y. I hope that's the right one. I think Charizard, or is this Charizard X? I can never keep them straight. Honestly, I really can't. All right, we have a Duraludon. That has stars in it, so I'm going to kind of put that off to the side for a second. We have Carvanha, Charmeleon, Swinub, Bronzong again, another Darmanitan, another Tauros. We got a Reverse Cyril-Edge, Toxtricity Full Art. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'm correcting myself, it's an illustration rare. There are so many different rarity types in Pokemon anymore. I cannot keep these straight. Because not only do you have the white stars, so 1 star is a rare, obviously. 2 stars, I don't know, maybe a full art, and then you have the gold stars. And then you have the double gold stars, and it's a lot. It's a lot to remember, and I am not good at that. I went to college, and I'm done with that. I don't want to study again. Nobody wants to study after they're done. All right, let's get this sleeved up real quick. For those of you that haven't seen it, look at that. That looks so good. This illustration rare is so pretty. Toxtricity, I will say, is not one of my favorites, but this illustration rare, the background is really, really cool. Put them up here with Skarmory, our Mega Skarmory. All right, and go into our next one, our 4th pack. Open that up, pop that over there, and we have a Vibrava, Sandile, Swinub, Lotad, Ludicolo. We also have an Alcremie, a Reverse Oddish, Reverse Togedemaru, and a Suicune. We love to see a Suicune, honestly. The legendary doggos, my favorite. Not to say I don't have equal love for like the legendary birds, but honestly, the pups. I am a dog girly through and through. Absolutely love them, adore them, think they're so cute. All right, after these last 2 packs, we'll get back into showing off the binder, okay? Don't panic, it's not done yet. All right, we have that Milcery, Krokorok. We have another Lombre, Trapinch, Ludicolo, another Grimsley's Move, another Alcremie, Reverse Paldeantaurus, a shiny Piplup, and a Mega Heracross EX. Look at this. Oh, I forgot. There are black stars too. Oh my gosh, how could I forget such a thing? Silly me. Last pack, and then we will get back into looking at this binder, because I know a lot of people have been asking to see this binder, see the updates. There are still cards I need to put in here. I have one that I found the other day. I was going through some bulk. Hashtag sort the bulk. I found this promo of a Rowlet, and he has a moon and stars in the background. I'm gonna make sure I don't have him in my binder already, so I'm gonna put him over there with the Duraludon. We'll see if I get to add him to my binder. All right, we have that Bolton, a Baneri, Bramblin, Absol, we have a Haunter, Battle Cage, Gramble. Somebody make this line make sense. I don't understand it. Are they pit bulls? I don't know. It's like I don't understand. All right, we got that Reverse Krokorok, Fire Breather, Full Art Sacred Charm. No complaints whatsoever. This is a pretty decent pack. That was a pretty decent booster bundle, I gotta say. All right, let's get these sleeved up right there. Pop those over there. And now we will get back to the binder. So I am currently trying to figure out a good way to sort these. I don't know if I should be doing particular types on each page or if it needs to kind of be like a conglomerate of a bunch of different types all just willy-nilly everywhere on this pages. And you guys can help me decide. I have no idea. I have no clue how I am going to truly sit down and organize this binder. I am also using trainer cards for this as well because sometimes they have moons and stars in them. And I'm not saying I like moons and stars, but I'm not saying that. So this is the last page. So as you can see, which weirdly enough, I don't have the ones with just stars. It kind of like, it varies day by day. Sometimes I will have more of the moons than anything else, or sometimes I'll have moon and stars like separate and they will be kind of competing, and the moon and stars one I don't have a lot of. Truly just varies by the day. All right, so I'm gonna go back through and we're gonna see. Do I have 2 pine cones? No, I don't. I just saw grass and I was like, wait a minute. All right, let's see. Do I have this little rowlet anywhere? He would be in the middle if I had him. If I had one, he would be in the middle because not only does he have the moon, but he also has the stars in the back and it's adorable. All right, I am not seeing anything so far. Yep, there he is. He's right there. I do have him in there. All right, well, that's good. I am happy about that. All right, now this Duraludon. It has stars in it. You can see them like right over here. Definitely stars there. So this would actually, this is very good because on my last page, I know I have more of all the others and not the ones with the just the stars. So we're gonna flip all the way back to the very last page. I should probably check to make sure I don't have him actually. Realized I did not. Okay, so we're looking for the Duraludon. He'd be along this left side. He'd be along this right side over here. So I am not seeing, it is a steel Pokemon, so it should be pretty easy to kind of discern, but it is so close to looking like a normal type that I do get the 2 confused. I will actually, when I am sorting, I will put normal and steel in the same stack and then realize later I screwed up the stacks. So, you know, it's a whole thing. All right, so he is gonna go right there in the binder. We have added one more to the binder, but we still have a couple more packs to go through, and I am very excited. So I say we jump into, I'm gonna close this for now. We'll come back to it, I promise. I'm gonna open up this double pack, and we're gonna see, come on, there we go. All right, we have, whoop, Fantasmal Flames, Mega Evolutions, put that right over there. And we'll start with Mega Evolution. No, we'll start with Fantasmal because we've opened up a lot of Fantasmal. I want to enjoy some more Mega Evolution, so I'm just going to get through this one. All right, let's see what we get out of this Mega Evolution pack. We have Sandile, Piplup. We have an Alcremie, a Haunter, Eternatus. All right, let's take a quick peek. Are there any moons or stars? I do not see anything. We will move on. We have that Reverse Dawn, Suicune. All right. I didn't realize that Eternatus was a reverse. That's on me. That is on me. Okay, going into the Mega Evolutions. I'm excited. And then we'll go through all of the cards that I pulled, and we're just gonna look real quick to see if they have moon or stars, because when I'm going through these, I really focus on the rares and the reverse holos to see if there's anything, or if it's a card that really stands out and I know immediately if it has a moon or stars. So we're gonna just kind of go through these and then we'll review them again. And we have a full art Mystery Garden. Oh my goodness, there's that code card. The Mystery Garden is so pretty. I wish I could add it to a binder, but I have no binder for this. I love the little routes over in the corner, just kind of looking at the little fountain. It's so cute and so pretty. Boom, right there. All right, I'm gonna end on Prismatic because it is my favorite, because I do love some evolutions, and I do plan on showing you guys the evolution binders in the future. It is going to happen. I still need to go through it and actually start writing down what cards I'm needing. So when I'm going to card shows, I actually know what I am looking for. So we're just gonna go through these real quick, kind of look in the background, see if we see any stars, any moons. All right, there's that shuckle. No. The problem is a lot of these are like daylight scenes. So Suicune is kind of a darker one, but I don't know. Nope, that's just water. Okay, we have dawn. That's a daytime. That's a nighttime. This one, he is looking like he is in an alley, so we don't see any sky. That's a daytime one. That is straight on looking down. Those are snowflakes. They don't count, unfortunately. All right, none of those are going to have any of the types that we are looking for, and that's okay. I completely forgot about these 2 packs. How dare I? I know, my bad. Oh my goodness. I'm like so excited about looking for moons and stars that I'm like not even looking at the cards that I still have. All right, we're gonna open up the Brilliant Stars and let's see what we get. We have, wait, do I have to do a card trick? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I always like to have it start from like commons to uncommons to the rares. That's kind of how I like it to go. And then energy at the very end. So here's, nope. All right, so we have a Piplup, Starly, Spiritomb, Purloin, Minccino, there's that energy, Marnie's Pride, Pachirisu, we got a Blunder Palace, a Claydol, and a Dusknoir. All right, not bad, not bad. We'll add these to the stacks that we need to go back and review. And then we'll get into Sword and Shield Battle Styles. Oh my goodness. I remember when this set came out. It was not a favorite. I do remember that. Which is very sad because it's a good set. There's that. One of you lucky people. All right, let's do this card trick. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and slide that right there. Another problem that I always run into, when you're doing that card trick and you feel a rare that has like a texture to it, you already know. You already know. And that is the excitement because you can't look until you get to the very end. We got that Menfu, we got a Pachirisu, Tepig, Bronzor, a Spoink, oh my goodness. He's got sparkles around him, not stars. Everybody calm down. All right, we have that energy, 2 fire energies. How crazy is that? We got the twins. We have Carnivine, a Bruxish, Reverse Spearow, and a Licky. All right, all of those looked pretty daytime to me, except you were underwater. Carnivine, you don't see much of the sky, so you can't see. That is, again, we agreed that was sparkles. That is daytime. That is daytime. Also daytime. All of those are daytime. There's nothing we can do. All right. Blunder Policy doesn't have any sky. Daytime. No sky. No sky. No sky. Spiritomb. It's kind of like looking down, so we don't see the sky up above. Starly, we're looking into a tree. There is no background. Also, it is daytime. All right, this Claydol. No. Dusknoir? No. Okay. Fire Breather is a down. Like, so we need cards like this that kind of look up into the sky so we can see what's happening. A lot of the cards are going either straight or they are going down. So when you are trying to find these cards, you need the ones that are kind of like the camera is below and you're looking up, okay? Those are the kind of cards you need. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you because you guys probably don't care, but I do, and I want to share it. So we have that Haunter who is in an alley. I love Absol. I really do. I do not love the clouds because you can't see the moon and stars. This is a perfect example of some of the cards that even though they're in the frame that you want, they're still not right. But it is a thunderstorm, and I love that. All right, Bramble, that's an evening, that's a day, that's a day. Snowflakes, that is daytime, daytime. He's in a house, can't see the background. Alley, underwater, daytime. We have a nighttime, but it is straight on. We have the Alchemy looking down, again in the house, can't see, looking down. Daytime, daytime, daytime. No moon and stars. There are sometimes that I wish, like even if you get the evening looking ones, you might like see some stars, but I never see that. Like this, they could have put some stars over there. It would have been so pretty. I'm not an artist. I can't really tell them how to do their jobs. I'm just saying, as a star and moon girly, I kind of want them to add stars to some of these, even if it's not necessary. Like humor me. All right, nope. That Ghastly is a no. I'm looking for the dark ones that we haven't seen yet. And I already have that Palmot in the binder, so don't worry about the Palmot. I know some of you are probably going, Marie, go back. Nope. It's already in the binder. I remember it. I saw it. It's good. All right. The Landorus. Nothing. Still going. Still going. Still daytime. A lot of inside shots and a lot of evening shots. Okay. There, I do see the stars, but I'm pretty sure Hippopotas is already in the binder. All right. So he is just a stars. We'll go back out. He is just stars. So we're going to be looking along the right side. All right, I missed a page. He wasn't there, so we're gonna keep going. And, oh cool. Look at that. Friends, we're adding just stars. Look at that. See, this is how fun it is. I love this. Zoom back in so I can finish going through these. I'll get this closed so it's not a distraction. All right, we got the Bunnelby. All right, Xerneas. Can't see. I don't think there are any stars there. That's already in the binder. That's inside. That is just fire. Literally, it's fire. All right, that is it. We've gone through all of these. We have added 2 cards. I hope you guys are happy with what you saw. I know I have been holding out on you guys for a while before I showed you this, but it is a forever kind of binder. So I'm trying to fill it out and I'm gonna have to do more. Obviously, this is probably gonna be a never-ending binder. Once I start going through, code card, once I start going through more of the bulk, hopefully I can find a lot of other cards maybe from earlier sets that I didn't add to the binder yet, and I can finally get those in there. So there's gonna be a mixture of the silver borders and the yellow borders, which are always fun. All right, let's get into this Prismatic. I'm so excited. Prismatic, I know a lot of people hate on this set because it is so hard to pull something good. I love this set. It's got all my evolution babies in it. I adore them. All right, we got that Cottony, Pyroar, Festival Ground already in the binder, don't panic. Seeking is also in the binder. We have that sweet little Eevee and an Archeludin. It's still daytime, so there's that code card. Next pack, 2 left, and I'm not ready to leave. I love talking about like the kind of binders that I have, because I also still have, like I have my Yukimori binder, I also have my Asaka Ito binder, all of my evolutions. I also do have a food binder, but that one is kind of like not as, it's not really my main focus at the moment. Really right now, it's the Evolutions, the Yukimori, and the Moon and Stars binder. Those are my big ones. All right, there's that code card, and there's our first shiny energy. All right. I'm surprised we didn't see one sooner. All right, last pack, ending on Umbreon and Espeon. Will this bring us luck? Hard to say, hard to say. This stays between us, because I know Nate likes to add the first of every card that we pull into his library. You know, first one goes to Blathers, as he says. If you know Animal Crossing, you know. But if I pull something, I say we keep this between us, and I just put it in my evolution binders. All right, we have that Riolu. Don't tell Nate. All right, Festival Grounds. Carmine. We got a Glass Trumpet. Ursaluna with the Moon. He's already in the binder. And Pheasantipity with the moon. Is that? Nope, that's not a giant moon. That's just the sky. All right, my cosmic crew, my celestial cuties, my marvelous moonbeams, that is it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And remember, you matter, you belong, and you are loved. Bye.